Hello guys, Zueljin here. Welcome back to another episode of Life in the Woods. Man, have I got some cool stuff to show y'all today. Check this pink hat out that I found. I was adventuring and I saw one of those cannibal huts, so I looked into it and there was a chest, and lo and behold, I found this cool coral helm, which is actually supposedly just as good as iron. It's not nearly as pretty. In my opinion, it's not as manly, but it does work, so I put it on because my other iron helmet broke. At any rate, Vaughn and Blue Bayou came over to visit, and they pointed out that I did not have a ceiling, and it's important that I'm an upstanding member of the community and actually put a house together that looks good. Joe is making some good progress over there, and I really needed to get some stuff together, but I've been experimenting a lot in creative. So this is my story, okay? I'll show you what actually happened. This is kind of interesting. So I was headed out here, right? Went out my little back gate and went right into the back here and started harvesting my wheat like I'm about to do. And is there any that's grown? No. So I can't really show you the official reenactment. But I had the wheat in my hand, and then as soon as I tried to open the door again with wheat, it actually put wheat on the fence. And I was like, that's weird. I already have a texture on it. Why did it take two? But it occurred to me you can do stuff with panels. And I was like, well, that's interesting. So it led me to creative, where I tried out a bunch of stuff. And the creative juices were flowing, y'all. This is my little redwood tree that refuses to grow. I don't know if it's not the right biome or something, but it just doesn't want to grow. At any rate, I started experimenting, and I was thinking before that all this snow in my yard, I actually cleaned it up at one time, and then it snowed again before I was even finished, and it covered the yard with snow again, and I don't want it to stay. And instead of going way up high and putting up glass or whatever as a barrier, I decided to experiment around, and this is what I came up with. This, my friends, is an ingenious invention. This is a carpenter block with a glowstone texture and a grass plate at the top. So all I did is take Silk Touch, took the grass, and put it on top of the glowstone texture from the carpenter block, and it worked out like that. And when I show you this, it does not. I cannot place this snow on top of this. So essentially it'll work kind of like a half slab, and the snow won't settle, which means my yard will be able to look like grass and stay clean. Aside from that, it won't show any of this, which will make it just unbelievably manicured. I'm hoping. Another thing that I found out, and this is very interesting, first of all, I changed up a lot of all my backyard storage is gone, and it's in this little cellar, and it's a little dark right here. I do have torches. It's in this cellar because I wanted to make sure that I had room for all of my stuff and to kind of get organized, because I was just living out of that little backyard chest deal, and cleaned all that up, so here it is. So let me get into my dyes, which I do need some lime green wool, but I don't have any cactus yet. I'll end up having to get some cactus. Here is my ink sacs, and I want to show you something else. Dye works on carpenter blocks. Yep, even textured. So, bam. Yep, you can dye it. I thought that was so cool that it's going to do some amazing stuff. The first thing I want to do is dye my glass. Check that out. And even in the vanilla texture, this actually looks really cool. It does this weird tinted effect with the blue lines, well, the white lines in the blue ice. So even to vanilla, this is gonna look good. But man, look, it's a tinted window. I love it. That's so good. And the ink sacs are really not that hard to get. You can actually get them relatively easy from, I think they're called Black Roses. When I went exploring, they have plenty of them out, so I've collected a bunch. It's not going to be a problem if I need to collect more. And now my windows are tinted. Yes, I said windows. My windows are tinted. So let me do this section, and now all of my glass is tinted. This is just so good, y'all. I'm so happy with this. Oh, also, I ended up changing this to black granite. Went out and harvested some along with some other materials, and I tried it in in lieu of the other deal, and I really liked it. So anyway, I'm keeping it. I have to be careful what to click on these doors with. Another thing I want to show you guys is, because of all that creative energy that was flowing, I just kind of got nuts, right? And I decided to start playing around with stuff that was a little bit more organic with these carpenter blocks. So here we have some lovely carpenter's barriers, okay? And with the hammer, you can change the size of these rascals. Let me go ahead and put them that size. So that's smaller than a regular block, and it's like vertical, and it's still in the center, okay? So then we'll go to something like, oh, I don't know, well, not that. Let's go like this, and then we can go around. And I'm gonna need some, I need to run to my crafting bench right quick. Oh, am I hungry? Yes, I'm starving to death. I need to start using my lettuce. I've got some lettuce planted in the back there, and Zueljin's taught me that I could use lettuce with cooked fish in a cutting board and get me some nice cooked fish. And I installed a cutting board on my little crafting bench. This is basically just a piece of iron, a stick, and a plank, I think, that makes the cutting board. And then it gives you this option to where you can combine food items and stuff and make some cool stuff. So anyway, it works out really well. Let's see, I need collapsible, yeah, I know what I need now. So I need collapsible blocks, just like that. And I might as well get a little bit of dirt so I can actually pillar without, well, I could use my carpenter blocks to pillar. They're so easy to break with your hands. They're so good, they're so versatile. It's like, my buddy Drax said, it's like the builder's best friend, and he wasn't lying. Okay, so let's get our regular carpenter blocks out just to scaffold. And we'll come up right here, and then I'll place these like so. Yes. Okay. Now I can get down from here for now, and I'll also take these stairs, which I think I need another one. Sorry, I'm running back and forth so darn much, just to get my setup. I should have been better prepared. I'm sorry. Let's do 4 more stairs. There we go. So we got 8 stairs, and now we can place them underneath. This is probably a little too low, huh? Yeah, let's actually fix this. I want it to be 1 higher than this. I know, gosh darn it, Z. Should be more prepared. But it's new to me. I'm just excited, okay? So bear with me. Okay, carpenter's blocks, regular carpenter's blocks. We can take our pick out our hands for now. Alright, so we did, I need 1 more of the barriers right here. Alright, that's good. And now I'm gonna need my regular carpenter's blocks. And we'll put 3 on this side, like that. And 3 on this side, like that. Now on top we'll place the collapsibles. And I don't know if y'all can see where this is going, but you will soon. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hammer down these in this type of fashion, and it's gonna give it like a little slope. It's a little hard to get right, and you can't click too fast or you'll break these suckers. It's a lot easier when you fly, and believe it or not. Okay, this probably needs to go down just a touch. That looks kind of centered. I think that needs to go down a little bit more as well. And let's just hammer down the corners by a few taps. Yeah, I think that's right. That's probably a little bit too high. Oh, and it's turning dark on me. Okay, let's go hit the sack right quick, and then I'll come back and fix it. Alright. Come on, daytime. Save me from the creepers. Oh, just when the cave noise was coming. Okay. Morning again. Good. How is that looking? Darn sun. Yeah, it's looking pretty close to where I want it. That's actually not that bad. Okay, that port probably needs to come down just a bit, but it's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Alright, so watch this. This is so crazy. What? Yes, handcrafted trees, ladies and gentlemen. If I had lime green dye, you can actually dye the blocks too. And when you dye these green, it's like it's radiant green. It's beautiful. So I am definitely going to get some of the lime green dye as soon as I go out and get some cactus to show you. But it's so cool. You can make handcrafted trees. And then let's do this. Watch. We'll do stairs down here just to give it a little bit more manicured look. Freaking crazy sauce, right? I'm so in love with these blocks. It's incredible. So now I can actually texture this too. So let's go get an actual piece of wood, like a log, and yeah, we'll get some cool stuff. Let's get okay, light stone. Do I want to use light stone? Red granite is probably, well, red granite actually might work. Is that red granite? Yeah, red granite. We'll do some of that, or some comolite. We'll try both of those actually, and I think I'll have to cook them. Yeah, let's go ahead and cook them. We'll waste a little bit of coal here just for efficiency's sake. Actually, I'll probably just, let's do 4 more and 4 more. That way I don't actually waste the coal. Just, I feel I need to be conservative with this stuff, especially since it's just for experimental purposes. Okay, alright. So now we got a couple of comolite cooking. What else did we need? We're gonna need another grass block. No, we won't, because we're good on that. And we're gonna need wood. Yes, wood. Okay, so what kind of bark do we want to give this thing? Let's go with, we don't have any. Well, this will be light enough. Okay, so we can use some of this. Yeah, this will be good. Okay, so now we've got that. And what kind of dyes do we have? Where's my dyes? I don't think I have any green dye. No, I don't have any green dye. I wish bone meal worked, but it actually doesn't. Cocoa beans. Yes, I had put some to the side. Let's go ahead and grab this granite and comolite and come out the top. Okay, where did I put my cocoa beans? I know I had some cocoa beans around here. There they are. They aren't quite grown yet, but we probably only need 1. That'll work for now. We can always replant later. They grow slow, if at all. And I know where some more are in town anyway. Okay. So, oh, I only got 1 of these pieces of wood? Shoot. You guys are gonna kill me just from running around. Like I said, I'm sorry, I'm excited. But watch, you're gonna love it. Wood. Okay. Let's just take all of it and we'll bring it back. Alright. Come on, I can sprint. I can afford it. I got fish for days. Okay. So, take this wood and bam, bam, bam. Oh, why did it place like... Oh, I know why it placed like that, actually. I know why. I know what I did. I'll just have to fix it. No worries. Alright. So now I could do this. And let's place it like that. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it has to be... it has to be higher. Let's go ahead and use the hammer on it to make that... Oh no, that was it actually, huh? Yeah. Okay. And we'll do... Boom. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do either. Shoot. So much faster and creative. Barriers. I'm gonna have to dig to put these barriers in correctly. There we go. Oh. Let's put the log first. Yes. And... barrier. No, it didn't take. Shoot! I'm gonna have to do one lower just to get it from the bottom. Oh, some coal. Okay. Now I can place my log underneath it. Very good. Okay. Gosh. That was painful, huh? Okay. So we'll just go ahead and fill it up. We don't need that coal. Alright. Where'd my other dirt go? Shoot, man. Alright, never mind. Okay, so we've got those cocoa beans. And check this out. Bam! As dark as you want to get it. Isn't that something? So, I'm gonna actually take this off. I know I just spent all that time doing it, but it was just for show's sake. What I need to do is silk touch some grass. I do have my silk touch pick. Fun of them were like, how'd you get the silk touch? But it was from the fishing traps, so okay. I need to find a couple pieces of grass that I could pull. That will work. Yeah, that's good. Well, let me get one more so I can replace the part that I pulled away. And oh wait, why is that dirt? Oh, they didn't have grass on it? Shoot. How about this? Oh, I'm pulling it with the wrong pick. I'm such a dummy. Grass block. Grass block. Good. Now we set. Okay. So, I don't want to do that. Okay, grass block down. And now check this out. Carpenter block. Grass block. Wherever it's at. Bam, right? And now Comalite or red granite. And now we can actually finish that off with the chisel. And brick or whatever. I'm gonna do that little square pattern like that. Isn't that nuts? I can actually left click to go backwards. Isn't that bonkers, y'all? That's like a full potted plant. That's like topiary quality trees. I love that so much. And actually, you could do all sorts of things like this. I've like only begun to touch the tip of the iceberg with this, so I'm so proud of myself for discovering this. Let's see. I thought I had some dirt. Let me see if I missed any parts. I'm just gonna keep that off of there, but I'm gonna definitely do. Oh man, I'm gonna definitely do some more experimenting with that stuff and get all sorts of tree designs going. I think it'll be really cool to experiment with that stuff. Alright, so another thing that I wanted to do here, oh, I need some more. Where's my my ink? I'm gonna draw some lines in this too. So like right here, I'm thinking that if I chisel it, not in brick form, I wonder, I was trying to just go like that sideways route. No, not like that. I guess that's the only way you can do it with that in the ice is the brick. And I don't want the brick look. I just wanted a line straight across, but I need to come back with that ink sac actually and fix that outer layer because I didn't grab it from the inside. Where's my dyes? I'm gonna learn my stuff where everything is at sooner or later. There it is. And I should only need like 5. Cool. I really wish it would take white color. But I do need to go get some green and show you the rest of that tree. So I'm gonna hunt down some cactus, y'all. Alright, you guys. So I got my cactus green that I went and get from the desert right outside of Nevers's house. And you can get these tall cactus plants and stuff in the desert biome, and that's what I'm getting all my cactus green from. Also grabbed some actual real Minecraft cactus, and I planted it out back so that I'd have some for it to grow when I need more without actually going to the desert. Now I have some bone meal here too, and I'll go ahead and make some lime dye, and we'll finish up that tree, and then we'll get started on the floor. I realize the tree is taking a good portion of the episode, but I thought it was important to show you because that's just some real good stuff. Now watch how vibrant. Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. It's so green and beautiful. Will I have enough? I don't think I will. I'm gonna need some more bone meal. Well, I'll finish off the tree and I'll also gather up some materials where we could start the actual floor and ceiling of the house. Be right back. So originally, I was going to plan to use redwood for the floors and get that done this episode, but as you can see, my redwood is not growing. It's been 9 Minecraft days and the redwood has still not grown. I checked the wiki to double check exactly what was needed for it to grow and all the conditions are met, so I guess it's just a waiting game. Although I can't do the floor, I did decide to play around with the ceiling, and I'll show you what that entails. As you can see, I doubled the lip on the border that I originally had. Instead of just 1 row, I did 2, and I guess I should have thought about it earlier, but I wanted 4 high windows here, so I'm going to have to change this, but I already started incorporating the chalk for the ceiling. Naturally, the floor is going to be 2, because making making 2-story houses with only 1 floor that serves as the wall and ceiling are for noobs. No offense, but that's just how I feel about it. So we're going to do a 2-level floor, meaning that the bottom level is going to be the ceiling and the top level is going to be the floor. That way we can match the type of materials that we use for floors, because I believe traditionally white ceilings, you know, that's kind of a thing, white ceilings. And for floors, well, floors in nice houses are usually hardwood or carpet and stuff like that. And there are ways around this, but I'd rather just go this route because it'll be easier. And like I said, I'm definitely going to have to change this level 1 up, because this has to be 1 higher for it to go well. If we cover up the bottom layer of, well, if we actually cover up the bottom layer right here and come up 1 layer, it's going to interfere with this window here, and we can't have that. So I actually need to move that window 1 up and do the same thing on this, to where I don't know why I mismeasured like that, but I guess it's a rookie mistake, and I was just talking about being a noob, right? Let's go ahead and jump down here, take a little bit of damage, but no big deal. And voila, there is our ceiling, and that should work. So I need to sleep so I don't die. Oh well, it's not night yet. So for the lighting, I thought that I would do recessed lighting, and to do this is going to be relatively simple. I have some glowstone downstairs. Let me go grab that right quick, and then I'll sleep when I come back up. I went to the nether and harvested quite a bit of it. No, not lightstone. Ores, yes. Ores. So we have 18 glowstone here, which should be plenty enough for lighting. Now there's a ton of things that you could do with carpenter's blocks with light, y'all. I've been experimenting with quite a bit. I'm very happy with most every outcome that I've tried, but for this I want recessed lighting. A really simple deal. We just need to get the measurements out a little bit. So let's see, the room is really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and it's it should be 13 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's different, and I think I planned that for a reason. I just don't remember what it is now. So let's just do light in the corners right now, just to show y'all how it's going to work. And like I said, there will be another layer on top of this, so it's not even going to matter. We'll come out 2 from the corners, and just like that, and every one of them will be the same. And then we'll work from that right there. Oh, the bed's in the way. Here we go. Okay, so carpenter's blocks, they allow you to do such great things. Like, I really love these blocks. I can't stress that enough. So we got a carpenter's block here, a carpenter's block here, carpenter's block here. This would work better if I had a floor. Come on, redwood. And another carpenter's block there. Now I can take the hammer and smash them in, and I can take glowstone and texture them accordingly. So we're gonna go ahead and take the hammer or the glowstone and change the texture of the carpenter block with glowstone. And they still carry their properties, which is so good. You could use this on buttons, on fence, all kind of stuff, which I'll show you in a minute for a chandelier that I'm going to be doing. Although I'm not actually going to use the chandelier for this build, it's going to be in the kitchen. I just don't know where the kitchen's going to be yet, so wherever I place it is not going to be correct. But there we go. So we have recessed lighting in the glowstone texture for every single one of these. And I did think about some dyes and stuff, but there's no real dyes that work on the glowstone really, really well. I could use like black dye to darken it up, but I don't really like that. If it would change the actual yellow texture enough, I would consider it, but it actually changes the alternate texture, which is like the darker liney texture, and that doesn't do exactly what I want it to. But for recessed lighting, it works. So to finish off the episode, I'm just going to show you what I was talking about in the chandelier. Now, I believe I have a few barriers, Carpenter's barriers downstairs. If I can finish eating and get over there. There we go. So Carpenter's barriers are going to allow me to do some pretty intricate lighting stuff, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's see. I only have 2. That is not going to work. We're going to need a few more. How do we make those again? Carpenter's... Oh, not Carpen. Carpenter's barriers. There we go. Oh, that's a Carpenter's ladder. Carpenter's barrier. There we go. And that's 2 Carpenter's blocks and 2 sticks. Do I have sticks? Nope. But I can transform some spruce to do it. Very good. We'll do 2 sticks just like that, and 2 Carpenter's blocks just like that. There we go. That is 4. That should give us 6. I think that is enough, but I don't want to take any chances. Let's see. 2 more. We can always use them in the long run. There we go. So now we got 10. That's plenty enough. So let me show you what I meant by the chandelier. Even though it's not going to be placed here, I'll show you. So you can take something like the Carpenter's fence and do that, and let's drop it down another level. Now let's go ahead and come out 4 wide, kind of like you would a normal lighting fixture, and then we're going to join it all, and we're going to do that. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Do I actually have enough? Yes, I do have enough. Okay, I was about to say, man. Alright, so we're going to texture this with glowstone. And this looks kind of cool, but it gets much better than this, trust me. We're going to take our chisel, or our hammer, and change the actual layout of it, like this. And that comes out a really, really, really cool chandelier. Like, I can't even explain how much I love that. So with the chisel, we can actually extend this pattern a little bit more just by right-clicking and give it this. What it is this brick overlay texture, but as mangled as the actual flat is on this, it looks so good. That's a crazy looking chandelier, y'all. We've never been able to do anything like this in Minecraft before. So like I said, it's phenomenal. I really love this. On top of that, this little Carpenter's block that sticks out back there, we can do some cool stuff with that. Like, for instance, let's take dirt. Do I have any iron? We can take iron, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me go down, and this will be the last thing, and we'll cut the episode. Let's see. Do I have iron? I don't have any iron gates left, but I do have 6 iron ingots. I'm going to use them anyway, so it's worth it. Let's go ahead and make an iron fence, like so. And then we can take the iron bars, or iron fence, whatever you want to call it, and can change this. Let me go up top a couple. Change this to the iron, kind of like I did for the fence in the gates. And we change that. Now it's that texture, and we can actually manipulate that with the carpenter's hammer to a much more suitable fixture. So I don't know how much better you can get than that, guys. We can actually decorate that with dye if we wanted to, like a gold texture. Do I have some dandelion yellow? I believe I do have dandelion yellow. Let me see. I don't think I converted it yet. Saplings, plants. There we go. Flowers. We can put that in the crafting grid. Get some dandelion yellow, and I'll show you what I mean. And I'm thinking about actually using black ink sacks on my entire perimeter, because in the vanilla texture pack that everyone else uses, it's not as pretty as mine. So I'd like the bars to actually be black, and I can dye them like that. This, like I said, these blocks are just so cool. Oh, it just gives it a highlight, I think. But at any rate, y'all, that is a chandelier if I ever saw one. I really, really like the way that these blocks work with my building style. I don't think I hit this thing with my hammer. Let me hit it. The lighting wasn't quite recessed. There we go, recessed. So when we come back next time, guys, if this freaking redwood ever grows, I'm gonna get enough materials to do the redwood flooring. I think you're really gonna like the way that I do the flooring. It's gonna be really cool and unique, and it's gonna definitely add some character, some much needed character to the house. So thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, this is Zueljin signing off. See you next time.